It's time for our monthly check-in with local attorney Tim Watson. This segment sponsored by the law offices of Watson and Watson. And today we're joined by Kelsey, who I understand has been working with Tim for the past few months. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, Kelsey Broaddrick has been working with us since about July, and Kelsey does family practice.
Oh,
so if you need help with a divorce or an adoption, or if you've got problems involving the custody or visitation of your kids, Kelsey's the person to see. Watson and Watson, our law firm, is actually a part of a bigger law group here with the law offices of Darren Gibbs, the Merriman law firm. We have all formed what we call MGW Law, and Kelsey works with all of us.
Okay. Jack of all trades, Kelsey.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades.
Do you enjoy family practice, Kelsey?
I do, yeah. It's the primary focus of my practice, and it's what I've been doing since I started practicing. And I like the more personal nature of family law. You get to step in and be an advocate for someone in a really intimate and trying time of their life, you know, custody, divorce, whatever that is. And it's all forced into a really legal sphere. So I like getting to help clients navigate that.
Absolutely. Are there any frequently asked questions that you get as an attorney that practices for family law? Are there some frequent questions that people ask you all the time when it comes to family? Because we know sometimes the dynamics can get a little bit tricky. Are there some tips that you can share out there, maybe if there's some families that are maybe kind of navigating a tricky space?
Yeah, I think I would say to definitely go talk to an attorney, because I think most common people think they can figure it out amongst themselves, because family law is not intuitive. It's something that's really personal, and it's family to family and person to person and child to child. So I think oftentimes people find themselves in a situation where they've tried to figure it out, and then they find themselves suddenly really needing an attorney's help to figure out the legal part of it. So most frequently asked question is probably just, what do I do now? Someone's coming to us wanting to figure it out. So.
Sure. The holidays are here. Do you see this time maybe an uptick of people who are in need of kind of some advice when it comes to navigating the family?
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. It gets very busy around this time of the year. I mean, this is a family-oriented, loved one-oriented time, the holidays, and so people often are trying to figure out what to do with their custody arrangement, what to do with their divorce or something like that. And again, it's not intuitive, so some people have a hard time interpreting a court order that they maybe have, or them and their partner have different interpretations of what's going on. And you know, with COVID the past couple of years, this might be the first time in a while families are navigating a really big, full family Christmas, and what might have been working isn't working anymore. So
would you recommend maybe families maybe do a check-in before the holidays, just to kind of maybe go over maybe some preset things that were in place, just to make sure everybody's on the same page?
Definitely. A tune-up around the holidays is what we would recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim, do you have family law background as well?
I do, yeah. So for the first several years of my practice, I was over in the northeastern part of the state, and I did almost exclusively family law, family and criminal, and still do to some degree. But I mean, as you know, as I've talked about before when I've been on the station, I have moved more into civil litigation. And it was just kind of serendipitous that all happened around the same time, that Kelsey was looking for another opportunity. We were looking for somebody who might be interested in coming and working with us and doing family law. And Kelsey is absolutely right. The holidays can be a hard time for people who have uncertainty in their families. And luckily they have somebody like Kelsey that they can call and check in with.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything that you want people to know, whether it be around what they need to know around the holiday times, or just in general, if they need to contact you, or the best way that they can do that?
I think I would say just when in doubt, ask your attorney would be what I would say around custody and those types of arrangements. If you have a question, it's better to err on the side of caution and visit with an attorney.
Absolutely. These custody structures are all laid out in an order written by some attorney, signed by a judge, and it doesn't always make sense. And so calling Kelsey and asking Kelsey her opinion, I think that's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
And Tim, something you've helped us realize is just because we're consulting an attorney or talking to someone, it doesn't have to be a scary experience.
Not at all.
You're just trying to make sure that, you know, you have all your ducks in a row, and that's something that you've helped us understand.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, that's the whole point, is calling and talking to us. Calling and talking to me and calling and talking to Kelsey hopefully isn't too scary to talk to me. Don't think it would be the least bit scary to talk to Kelsey. It's just us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you both so much for joining us today. Good to see you.
Yeah. Thanks, Jackie. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.